Hey, I'm going to demonstrate how I'm going to use the oil cleansing oil. So in my case, I have scoline as my oil of choice. So I'm going to drop a few drops of scoline on the brush I got. Actually not. I'm going to drop it on a flat surface and then dip the brush in that oil. So and the flat surface would be, for example, a glass turned upside down. So we'll just drop it here. Or if you have some other glass surface that is larger. So I will take the glass, I will take the oil, I will take one, two, three, 4 drops, for example. Begin with that, and then I will take the brush. I will dip the brush in the oil. The reason why I dip it in the oil instead of dropping it onto the brush is that these bristles are a bit long, and then the oil would just go in between the bristles. You want the tips of the bristles to be covered in oil, because those that yeah that's what's gonna touch your skin now. So just dip it in oil thoroughly, and then you take your brush, and then you rub the brush on your skin gently. So I usually always begin with the nose, actually. So I'm going to begin with the nose. You can see how long I'm going to spend doing this. It takes a little while for the blackheads and debris and accumulated dirt to dissolve. And also don't overdo it, because that can actually also cause irritation if you do it way too much. I like to experiment, so I have experienced that as well. A little bit longer. I'm using circular motions, and it's quite a lot of oil on this brush, so I can just keep going still. When I move on to other areas, I will once again either dip in here or add more drops to the surface, and then dip again to make sure the brush is always covered in oil. You will feel also that the brush doesn't glide as smoothly when it's not oiled sufficiently. So yeah, I'm gonna take a look in the mirror now and see if I have dissolved those blackheads properly. Okay, and one tricky area is here, like on this here on the nose. I haven't done that properly now. Actually, I can sense that because I haven't done it. So if you do this every day, not much will build up really. But if you haven't done it in a while, you're going to have to spend more time doing this. And another advantage is that dead skin cells will also be rubbed off gently with this method. Okay, so now I'm gonna go check if it's... Yeah, I did a pretty good job there, actually. The blackheads are gone. And you see, I didn't press that very hard. and it didn't take that much time. Okay, so now I'm moving on to other areas. I'm going to take some more oil. I'm going to take my under eye area. I don't have that much here. So now I'm moving on to my left side. And you're not going to clean this off with soap afterwards. Actually, I'm going to head into the shower now after I've done this and rinse this off with warm water. So this is a very gentle exfoliation because you're okay. More oil. More oil. You'll be surprised how much dirt you will get off from your face doing this. Okay, going to my forehead. Yeah, what I was going to say is that it is a gentle exfoliation, and the oil is also protecting your skin. It's not like you're using a harsh exfoliating soap and then washing it off, leaving your skin dry and vulnerable. And the reason this works is that oil dissolves oil. So the blackheads, they consist of oil, and when you when you put oil on them and brush, they will dissolve. You just need to get oil into the pores properly and some slight mechanical force that rubs it off. Oh, I can feel the forehead is requiring a bit more oil. Dip a little bit more. Actually, have a bit here. Okay. All right. So leave it at that, I think. Yeah, you can feel with your fingers too if you have any errors you haven't done properly. Okay, so I think I'm pretty much done, at least for this demonstration. Okay, I'm back from the shower, and now I'm going to talk about the benefits of oil cleansing more in depth. And so the benefits of oil cleansing is that you're not stripping your skin of protective oils. You're applying an oil, using the oil to get rid of the dead skin cells, blackheads, and whatever you have on there. And it's a gentle exfoliating process. And it works by the principle of oil dissolves oil, like dissolves like. So instead of using a surfactant based cleanser, like that's a regular soap. Regular soaps use something called surfactants. So instead of using a regular soap, you're using an oil instead. So you apply the oil, you use the brush. I've seen many people use their fingers alone. That's how I first saw other people use it, and I thought there must be a better way, because using your fingers is not that very effective. This is like 100 fingers, small tips, small bristles, being able to reach in not into the pores, but more they are more likely to pinpoint that area. So okay, moving on. So yeah, another benefit is that I already mentioned is that your dead skin cells will also be exfoliated off. Your skin will feel a lot smoother afterwards, and you're not exposing your skin to irritating substances like those surfactants I mentioned. They can be pretty irritating, especially if you leave them on. Uh, I've experimented with that too, uh, and yeah. So I also already mentioned during the cleansing process that you will not leave your skin dry and vulnerable after you wash it off, because I just wash it off with regular warm water, and the residual oils that will be on there, because it's not easy to wash off oil with just water. They don't mix really, and they don't. So that's why you use a soap usually, because most dirt and that you have on your hands, on your body, it consists of oil or is mixed up with oil. So you use a soap to wash off that. In our case, we're using oil to dissolve the dirt or blackheads. So, and then we go into then we use warm water to just wash off the dissolved debris. There will still be some layer of oil present on the skin after you have washed it off, but not much. And especially if you use a thin oil, and that it will not feel that will not make your skin feel greasy at all. It, uh, and you will like most often you use a moisturizer after you have washed your after you have been in the shower, and you might not even have to use any moisturizer after this, although I think I would recommend that anyway. But okay, so um, you will not leave your skin dry and vulnerable after you rinse it off, and the so that moisture loss will be prevented. There's something called TEWL, transepidermal water loss. That's all, often discussed in skincare. Uh, in skincare, when you discuss skincare topics, transepidermal water loss. It's just that it means that water is leaving your skin and entering into the environment. So if you have a if you use a moisturizer, if there is still some oil present on your skin, that will prevent that from happening. it, it, it acts as a barrier, preventing that water loss from your skin. So, and another thing is that An example of this is when you take a shower, a long hot shower, and then you notice that your skin feels itchy. That's a sign of a potential sign that your skin is dry. So you're preventing that too with this method because, as I mentioned, you're not stripping your skin of oils. So another thing is that your acid mantle stays intact. There's something called an acid mantle that you have on your skin. It's the fact that your skin has a lower pH than 7. 7 is a neutral pH. So your skin has a lower pH. It's one of the ways the skin has to protect itself from all sorts of things. And when you use soap, the acid mantle will be disrupted. Most soaps are alkaline, they have a high pH. So when you use a soap on your face, you will raise the pH, but your skin wants a lower pH. Okay, you wash it off, you rinse it off with water, but still you're disrupting your skin's natural balance, especially if there's some residual soap remaining on the skin. And many times that's the case. Okay, so the disadvantages of oil cleansing, because there must be some, right? Okay, so the first one is it takes more time. It does. I mean, you have to use the brush quite a while, as you saw in my video. Not that very long, and if you use it every day, if you adopt this method and use it more frequently, you don't have to do it that long. Okay, and the other thing is that your skin will be greasy afterwards, right? Also depending how much oil you use, but I recommend using quite a lot. But you saw how much I used, and your skin might feel greasy, and you will have the dissolved blackheads and dead skin cells still remaining on the skin until you go and wash it off. I recommend washing it off thoroughly with warm water, and yeah, so that it can be a bit messy. So I recommend doing this before you go and shower. Yeah, so if there are other disadvantages, I don't know. Let me know in the comment section if you have any. Thanks for tuning in to Hunter Glow, and I wish you happy oil cleansing. You can book a strategy call with me. The link is in the description. See you in the next video.